Okay, here we go.
If I move it fast, it looks like the place is full. How are we all doing? We all good? Excellent. That's all the crowd participation we needed. It's gonna be fine. Ah, what a day we've had today. Hey guys! I lied, there's more crowd participation. Yeah, so this is my comedy show. This is the first one I've ever done. That's why I filmed me coming in. Well, film your faces. So when I do eventually get Alzheimer's, I can watch it back and go, that's what happened. And then I can be proud of myself once again in the nursing home. This is how my life's going to go. Pretty pleased with it. Don't feel too hostagey, this gets easier. But yes, I thought I'll do this show because things were starting to pick up in my life a little bit. Because it was on a bit of a downward spiral. But it's not a sob story, I was having a great fucking time. I was off my face. Oh, honestly, I was having so much fun. I lived in a place where junkies go to die, ladies and gentlemen. I was having the time of my life. The fire escape plan was... that was it, that's all we had. But it's, you know, it had its perks. Like, I knew it was... You know when you move to an area, you get a few signals and it's a bit of a rough joint? Like this place, the first day I turned up in the evening because I helped a friend move. And then when I turned up, a man with a duvet over his head started barking at me. I thought, well, welcome home, Geoff, you fucking made it. Mum and Dad's going to be proud of you. But we know that's not possible, they'd never be proud of me, and nor should they be, realistically, to be honest. Yeah, because I didn't do well at school, either. That was a complete disaster. I don't know if anyone here did well in school, but I did not. No, thank you. I did. A lot of my audiences don't do well at school. But I find those that don't do well at school do well in life. Except me. But I think I was just too much of a smart ass at school. Because I had a lot of lessons that I just thought were pointless. Like I had this lesson was like, yeah, today guys, we're going to be learning about how to work out the remaining side of a triangle. Like this is a magic trick. It's like, well, we know this side, right? And that side, right? How do we work out that side? Fuck, who cares? It's like, well, Geoff, what if you're trying to build a ramp? I'll fucking measure it, won't I? What if it's too big to measure? I'll get a professional to do it. What if you can't afford a professional? Probably shouldn't be wasting my money, but fucking ramps! Should I, dickhead? Fucking moron. This guy. What's he gone about? I was bad, like, well, I wasn't bad at school. My laid-back attitude kills a lot of people. Because I'm too fucking relaxed in the wrong moments. But also, too built up in the wrong moments as well. So it'd be like, if a pen doesn't work, I might smash an entire hotel room up. But if the hotel's on fire, I might think, fuck it, the aircon was too high anyway. So, it's kind of that's my attitude. I actually got a teacher to swear at me once. That's how bad that got. This was 20 years ago as well. I mean, now it would be a push, but then, like, they didn't swear, like, that was like capital punishment for swearing in a school then. Not the students, because we were all doing it. But the teachers. So what happened was, right, I tried sixth form, thought I'd give that a go. The head of sixth form wasn't too keen on the idea. So, like, seriously? Just fuck off. I was like, I'm going to give it a go. And then, honestly, first day in sixth form, he pulled me out of my tutor and goes, you're going to fail, you should leave, like, immediately. Go. I was like, true, but I do enjoy how much this is upsetting you. So I might just hang in there a bit. I told my friends, they're like, you've got to prove him wrong, man. Got to get an A and show him that you're brilliant at this. I was like, he kind of has a point though. I've signed up for both Englishes and I can't fucking read yet. So it doesn't reflect well on the school if I stay. but let's make him nervous and think that I might. Right? So I stayed a little bit. I got until like Christmas time. And what happened was, we had this Christmas thing. So I went to an all-boys school, right? So I thought that'll be good. All-boys school's fun. Especially when you're going from boy to man. That's the place to do it. Around other men. And I'll become a man. Didn't quite fucking work out that way. But I live it like, you just spent the whole time getting called a girl. Every sports lesson, come on girls, run it in. Come on ladies. Like your first rugby lesson, alright girls, we're going to be playing rugby. Powder up your vaginas, this is going to get fucking rough. What the hell? But it weren't even just the sports, like even your geography teachers like, girls, keep it down. Or like, alright girls, we're going to be doing some geography. So powder up your vaginas, this is about to get rough. What the, why are you teaching both lessons? But like, it's like, I didn't even know how to identify as a man at this point. It was getting so bad. I thought maybe I'll become so feminine I can slip into a bubble bath and enjoy it. But it didn't happen that way. So I was like, I thought I'll get tough with teachers. That's how I'm going to build myself up. And like, be like playing sport again. Like, because there's a lot of bullying at school, right? Like there was this one kid, poor fucker. He wore his towel a bit high once. And then he was called Margaret for the rest of the time he was at school. Which I thought was completely unreasonable. So yeah, I wasn't going to stand for being bullied myself. Everyone else, yeah, go ahead. But I was like, oh, I'm not getting bullied. It's the reason I grew my hair long. Because I realised after the summer holidays this was a bad fucking choice. But people were like, get your hair cut. I was like, I'll show you. And committed to something that kept me a virgin until now. Fiance's dancing, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not admitting to anything yet. So yeah, I thought I'd stand up to the teachers, right? And what I did was, did one of those things of like, stop having a mother's meeting and get back up the end of the field. I was like, yeah, well, fuck off, sir. Like, don't fucking swear at me, Margaret. I was like, don't call me that. Alright, it was me, okay? I like a high towel. Alright? I do know it's fine, it makes me more comfortable in myself. It's less likely it's going to fall from here, isn't it? Look at my build. It's holding better there than it is there. I'm walking around like some active stripper. Just going, boys. No, if I drop down there, oh my God. Drop up, there's time, isn't there? I got Britain's Got Talent with that skill, just swing it around and go, ooh. Also, I ain't got that sort of hang that really gains the respect of showing it off. I want that fucking thing that swings up that, right? So I can just be in a sporting facility going, who wants to play tennis? But unfortunately, it's not like that, and I'm jealous of people who have that hang. Like, I watched a documentary on, I don't know, who gives a shit, right? There was a guy with his dick out, right? He was at a music festival, and he was playing his instrument, but he had his knob out. And he had that sort of hang, he goes, yeah, I would as well. If I joined them on stage though, me, as I am, I'd be like, why is that pregnant woman banging a tambourine? So, you know, swings around, I suppose. So yeah, this teacher, right, so we had this Christmas party, right, what happened was, I went to an all-boys school, so for the Christmas party, we went to the local girls' school, 2 or 3 miles away, to go and have, like, nibbles and a disco during the day. Fucking disaster. It was every stereotype of a school disco you've ever seen. Just boys awkward, like, you know, awkward moment of puberty where your head's too big for your body, and you're trying to work everything out. You haven't got, like, enough of a, like, how shit is it when your voice changes as a man? That's crap, isn't it? Because, like, if you do your exams early on in life, it's sort of like, have a pencil, please, and you get a pencil, right? GCSEs turn around, it's like, can I have a pencil? It's fucking embarrassing, right? So anyway, we go to this thing, right? We get a minibus down there. I'm on the minibus. Think, right, I will leave my bag on the minibus. Everything is fine. I was there, was chatting away to some people, And then one of them goes, where is everyone? I was like, oh, they've buggered off without me. So not only at this point in my life did I look like the kid from Home Alone, I'd been fucking abandoned like him. So this is how my brain works, right? I didn't ask a teacher. I was like, well, hi, I'll just walk back to the school and retain my bag. I will go the roadway so that he can see me if he comes back. This is going to be fine. I get back to the school, nothing. The van has been left in the car park, so I've got to try and find the keys. So I find my English teacher that had been trying to teach me AS level, in as much as that he was kind of on the side of the head of sixth form. He was like, you should get a job though, because this is shit. I mean, bin men pay well, and that's your level. There's almost no reading involved, yes. And you look like you can carry a bin. It's true, I am good at carrying bins. So I speak to him, and his advice was, Geoff, you need to find a woman that can sort you out and marry her immediately. And next year, almost 21 years later, I'm taking his advice at the sort of pace that it should have been taken. So anyway, right, he gets the keys to the van, he gets in, sort of having a look around, he's like, where is it? I was like, it's on that top shelf somewhere. He's like, no, it's not up here. Because he's saying that, we hear a very loud engine noise. And then this car comes screaming round the corner, slams on its brakes, smoke has come off the tyres. And then out there comes this teacher that was driving the minibus, holding my bag with such a grip that he will never let go of this bag and goes, where the fuck have you been? I'd ask you the same thing. It's a 3-mile walk back, right, and I went the roadway, which means that what's happened here is he was sat probably on his own because I went to the staff room and no one knew that he was missing, right? So he's probably sat in his office in the sixth form centre just enjoying a coffee going, what a wonderful day. I can't help feeling that I've forgotten something. And then someone in the background goes, fuck did Geoff go? Like, shit! Can't just run out in, so he must have timed it that I was coming in as he was lit. It's not important, but the point is he's irresponsible and he shouldn't be teaching. But he's probably dead now, so I went that round, don't I? Swings and roundabouts. But yeah, things have turned out well. I sort of went from school to the only job anyone can do without any qualifications or sobriety to their belt. Worked in a supermarket. You can vouch for me. We were both impossible to fire, weren't we? Fucking embarrassing. Oh, they wanted to. They wanted us both gone, possibly dead, but couldn't fucking achieve it. But I love that job. I didn't have to be sober at all. Just fucking rock up. At any time I wanted as well. Because I had a boss at one point. He was at that age where like memory tends to go at that age, but he wasn't going to admit it. So if my shift starts at 8 and I rock in at 10:30, it's like, fuck, what time did you call this? Bit late, ain't ya? It's like, Kevin told me to start at 10:30 yesterday. It's like, oh yeah. Easy, I just did what I wanted. That's the payoff for me. I'm a good worker, but I've got a horrible attitude towards it. That really is what it comes down to. I had one guy who was sort of like, oh, you're 5 minutes late or something like that. You're going to stay 5 minutes at the end? Yeah, I am, yeah. And then as I walked out, he's like, where have you been the last 5 minutes? I was like, upstairs in the canteen. I thought you said you were staying 5 minutes. Have I not stayed 5 minutes? I said I'd stay 5 minutes. You didn't specify I'd be working, did you? To be honest, I've barely done that today. So let's fucking throw that under the bus, shall we? I thought, you know, I had enough of that job in the end, because too many murderous thoughts, to be honest. And then I went and worked somewhere else, in an office, in a call centre, because that's good for mental health. Even people that call up to these places need hanging, frankly. I don't get it. And also, can we stop with the mental health awareness in the workplace? Like you give a fuck? And if you don't believe that they don't give a fuck, look at who your, like, I don't know if you got these, but like, mental health first aiders are. They're the last person you want to talk to, aren't they? I mean, if you were like, just, hopefully not, but if you're having the worst day just on the edge of the car park trying to make a point, right, and then that fucking dragon turns out. They're always a gossipy fucking know-all bastard, aren't they, right? So it'll be like someone called Kelly, right? You come back after a Christmas break or something, you're like, hey, did you have a good Christmas, Kelly? And like, she's sort of like just going to go, yeah, that's all right, right? But then she sort of swoop in and go, excuse me, her whole family was massacred on Christmas Day? Like, fuck would I know that? Like, it was in the newsletter I sent out. Like, I don't read your stupid fucking emails, Wendy, right? You stupid, let's have a bake-off competition and a cartwheel competition for Easter. No! Let's just sit in misery and just drink through the day, slowly. I mean, drinking at work is a good idea. For the most. I've calmed down now, this was the point of the story. I'm not like this anymore. Spoiler alert, found out everything changed, but we'll be on to that in a minute. So I always thought, right, drinking at work's kind of good, but never turn up drunk, right? I'm talking like white wine spritzer in a coffee cup type style. The sort of drunk that makes you skip to your dead-end job. Just, yeah, this is going to be a great day. But yeah, I moved from where the junkies go to die. They were sad to see me go. This is when lockdown started. It wasn't an evacuation, necessarily. I'm not saying I drank a lot, but as soon as I moved out, all the pubs in town closed down. So, just saying, there's a connection there. But yeah, so this is the bit where it turns around. Awesome. Like I said, I was having a great time. I thought I was going to die in that place on my own. And I was alright with it. Because I saw a programme where they found some fella dead in his own flat, right? It gets funny, don't worry. Because I watched it, right, and he sort of had one remaining mate who'd been away for 6 months and was sort of like, it seems a bit smelly in there, right? And I opened the door, and he was dead, fine, they blurred that out. But around his whole room, his whole flat, was pornographic images used as wallpaper, even on the light switch. I was like, that could be me. I don't want it to be. I kind of do, though, because that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Like, if you had the time, if you were sort of like, I feel like I might go in a few days, just start wallpapering. Just make it as awkward of a scene as you can. Like all the pornographic images dressed in a Nazi outfit and just fucking lay back on the bed. What the hell happened here? Let's not ask any questions. That secures not telling the family if you indeed have one. So I'm guessing you didn't. That's the other thing as well. Right, don't go it's not panto. That's the other thing as well. I don't like these adverts around Christmas time where it's like, there's some old bloke, he's got his one chair, got his meal for one, he's about to watch TV, and then this care worker turns up. It's like, fuck off. Go away. Why? He doesn't want to talk to you, does he? He's clearly got rid of his family, suspicious or otherwise. Why does he want to talk to fucking bubbly Susan, who has no family that want to talk to her either? You alright? Don't talk through Dad's army, right? This is going to be a good episode. I've seen it a few hundred times, but my brain's going crazy from all the whiskey. So, sit down, shut up or leave, right? That also could have been me, but it wasn't. If anyone in here is a care worker, you're doing great work, and fair play to you. Fuck it, let's talk about Philip Schofield. No, let's not. I don't want to talk about him because I don't know what's true and what's not, because the internet goes fast these days. But what I will say is I kind of see where the young lad was coming from. Not for Philip Schofield, but trust me, right? if like a morning presenter in my day that was similar Philip Schofield, right? Anthea Turner, right? Not the prettiest of hens. But if she approached me at 15 because no fucker else was, she was like, do you want to come work at ITV? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Should I come back to a hotel? Don't tell my husband. Alright. Fuck yeah, this is awesome. Just be watching reruns of Blue Peter on YouTube going, yeah! Also as well, if they were like, did you see the Anthea Turner? I'd be like, no. No, she's old. Because she's old. No, that's fine. So, then my life promise you it did at some point. No, it's been good. So what happened was I met the girl of my dreams. She saw where I lived and she goes, people don't live like this, Geoff. Buy me a house. I was like, a lot of my family mysteriously passed away shortly afterwards. Hey Grandma, do you want some help with that down the stairs? Oh well. Whew. An extension would be nice. Grandad, come here. So it was lovely, and I was like, well, she's a keeper. And I won't go into why, because she's here and other people are here. And I've got a wedding speech to do in a year, which will cover probably all of it. And so I don't need to go through it now. And besides, boring. So yeah, I thought we'll get married because we spent lockdown together, and due to a lovely mix of Stockholm Syndrome, well, she's the one for me. And there's like a whole process. I googled it to make sure I got it right, because if you get it wrong, disaster. So I had to ask the father permission, and to my surprise, he was okay with it. I was like, thank God he didn't come to a show before. That would have been fucking awkward. But I'll do a breathalyzer now. So yeah, and then that's cool. We do lots of fun things together. There's lots of real perks to it. I got a new set of friends. That was exciting for me. Because you got your friends, a lot of which you don't really want to introduce to them. But then she's sort of like, these are my girlfriends, and we've been friends forever. Cool. These are their boyfriends, your new friends. And again, my laid-back attitude was kind of killing them, because they were sort of like, yeah, I'm starting my own business, and then I'm going to start another business, and I'm going to put some money into investments. I was like, What do you do? I work in a call centre. Oh, are you planning to progress? No. I've got this idea, it involves some wallpaper, which is questionable. Basically, I've got a gas oven which gives me options at this point. Oh, the Wi-Fi's down. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So yeah, I met them and that was fun. And yeah, we do exciting stuff together. Like went to a spa. Ooh. I am not the sort of person that would ordinarily go to a spa. I went in the steam room, almost flooded the fucking place. Just from all that alcohol just flying out of it. So, shit, get them up, get them up! But I like the spa, it's nice little environment, right? Because anywhere else you go, there's like a reception, they just sort of just do their job, kind of robotic. Not in a spa, this is amazing. If you haven't been to one, go. So they're dressed like some sort of sci-fi princess or something, and they glide in. Hello. Hi. You want drugs, by the way? Yes. And they're like, oh, we'll show you around. I was like, okay, cool. And they showed me the quiet room. I was like, oh, interesting. So yes, this is the quiet room. It offers absolute silence. So I probably shouldn't be talking in here then, should we? Yes. But she's like, yeah, you can hear everything, every heartbeat, even the blood running through your veins. I was like, if I have an aneurysm now, it's going to be extra scary, isn't it? What's that clogging noise? That didn't happen. But it could have done. It's amazing. But yeah, and we go on holidays together as well. She's good. Some paid for. Just a little shout out. Just a little shout out. I ain't got that kind of money. Well, I do, but I'm saving in case the car gives up. Auntie! That's a lot of jewellery there, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, go on holidays. Thankfully, very nice holiday. Thanks again. Yeah, I like going to like other places that give me a bit of a challenge. Like if I go to like Europe or something like that, I'll try and learn their language a little bit before I realise I'm a fucking idiot and I haven't managed it. So when you hit them with a hello, they think, oh, he speaks the language, because what sort of retard learns hello and thanks and then goes, nailed it. Right? I went to like Amsterdam a few years ago, all above board. I got a little drunk though, and I was having a good old time filming stuff. And as I swung round, I forgot prostitutes existed, to be honest. As I swung round, there was a lady in a window. She wasn't too pleased by the camera. It was like, uh-oh. She threw a cup of piss at me. I said, oh, you idiot! I was going to pay you to do that. You've lost that. What are you playing at? But here's a thing I find when I go on these holidays, right? I will go there and it'll be a case of, like, if you ask someone for something, like, you're like, oh, where's my hotel? Do you speak any English? You say do you speak any English? And they go, yeah, a bit. They speak far better English than you do, and I find that really off-putting. Like, okay, cool, do you know where my hotel is? And they're like, oh yes, if you go down the hill and then adjacent to the swimming pool, what does adjacent mean? Throwing me through a loop. Interesting. But yeah, won a dance-off this year as well. I have witnesses. It's happened. This wasn't like I went round my parents' house. They were like, you're a very good dancer. Sorry about Grandma, Dad. That's awkward. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, so what happened was we went to this sort of like quite fancy do. So I dressed up. I wore my best stuff from Primark. Bit of glitter on it. You know, show I've made an effort. I turn up and it's like, glitter. This ain't no normal fucking trash that's walking in here. Look at it. Fucking done a bow tie and everything. It's a clip-on, but fuck it. Doesn't matter, does it? Who can tell at this distance? And then I found out that there was like going to be some activities throughout the evening. And I was like, uh-oh. Because I'm very competitive. To the level it's embarrassing, to be honest. Like, yeah. That noise you can hear is the sound of what is needed. Just as a quick side note, we went on a lovely date bowling, and that's all that happened. And so we went bowling, right? And we went bowling twice. The first time, I let her win, right? Because that's what you do on a date. She disagrees. She's like, clearly beat you. I was like, well, I'm going to fucking show you. Not letting this go. So what happened? We went bowling, right? And I've been training for this my whole life. I am crushing this game, right? And there is another couple that's also on a date. He's doing what I did previously. He's sort of encouraging her. I've been like, oh, well done, babes, yeah. Good bowling, yeah. Not 4 pins down, that's great. That's almost a strike. Wanker, right? Meanwhile, in the lane next to him is me bowling and sliding on my knees, right? Hit a strike and then just get in the face and go, yes! Like, what is this guy's fucking problem? So we don't go bowling anymore. It's a shame because I really enjoy it. So yeah, I won a dance off. What happened was, so we got this thing, right? There's a quiz, and then they were like doing like a best dressed thing. They did the ladies first, and the guys and couples. Obviously, I got picked for best dressed because, as I pointed out, glitter. You don't wear glitter and not get in the best dress competition, do you? You picking people? Are you? Look at that, shiny. Line up the dance floor like a fucking disco ball. Don't be ashamed of this power, right? And yeah, so I got picked, and it was the best dressed thing. And I was the only one who went up first, because men are generally more shy about this sort of thing. Women just feign a bit of shyness. I go, oh me, oh I couldn't please. Gasping me. I spent 8 days picking this outfit out. 3 days applying the makeup. Look at me. Right? So but the guys are like, I actually don't want to go up there. And then they joined me. So when I'm up there on my own, I'm like, I fucking got this in the bag. A win is a win in my world. Like I say, I'm very competitive. Right? Anyway, the other lads join me, and they are good-looking lads. They've actually been to a gym, not just paid for one. That's how I mean, that's my level of success. I pay for gyms and turn up like an investor every 6 to 8 months going, this is nice, it's new. It's new. Everyone enjoying themselves? It's lovely. Good to know I'm making a difference in this guys. Well, it's really nice. Do you want to go on anything? No. What a sporting injury. I sneezed eating a cupcake and almost died. Threw out 4 vertebrae, so that's why that's going on. I'm not going to join it in. So yeah, I'm stood there, right? I'm like, ah, oh, well, I might get a sympathy vote. They might be like, oh, bless him. I got 3 good-looking lads and then fucking me in an obvious Primark outfit. Okay, fuck it. And then they were like, oh, let's have a dance-off. I was like, hello. We're back in the game. I am here to win. Because people don't know about me and my dancing ability. It is something to be marvelled at. It's a lot like the women with their outfits, to be honest. I'm like, I couldn't possibly dance, and then I'll start dancing, and people are like, what? So I'm ready. In fact, the lovely Nicole found out a similar way about my dancing ability. In the early days, we went round to a friend's house, we were playing a bit of Mr. and Mrs. Just met each other, obviously. It was like, who's the better dancer, and you got to lift up if you think it's you. She lifts up her glass going, well, clearly. Look at him. And I kept my bottle down going, is you fucking wait. We got your friend's wedding, and I hear they've got a live band with brass, so I am bringing the funk on an extra level. So they already knew that I could dance, right? So it's a bit of anticipation. The other guys had given it a go, of course they had. They were like, oh, hello, hello. It was embarrassing. I felt sorry for them. I was like, you don't even know what's coming, lads. This is going to be fucking wiping the floor with you lot. Look at this. Right, so obviously they looked at me going, oh, he's going to give it a go. I was like, yeah, just you wait. So the music starts. It's Uptown Funk. If you don't know this song, it's a wonderful one. And it's my fucking jam, ladies and gentlemen. So it starts off sort of slow. So I just did a bit of a two-step. Let them know something's coming. Oh, this boy's got rhythm. But where's he taking this rhythm? All we don't know. Right? And the song sort of kicks in a little bit, and I'll give it one of these. They're like, oh! Fucking hell, Elton Fatley has turned to the building. Yes! I worked the room from side to side. I took it down low, took it up high. It was fucking amazing. It was like if you saw it in a sitcom, you'd be like, that wouldn't happen in real life. It can with me! So anyway, I built it up, right? The cardio game wasn't on point at the time. But, oh, well, fuck it, hopefully the song's over soon. But there is a little breakdown in it, right? Where it's sort of like, girls hit hallelujah, girls hit hallelujah, right? And then it goes up, down, I'm gonna give it to you, and it builds up, and then it's like a crescendo, like, bow, doo-doo-doo, right? Right, I've got to hit it with something good here. Luckily, got a trick up my sleeve. I could do the diving worm. It's really impressive. When a fat lad does that, it's even more impressive. Right, so I was like, well, I'll do that. Problem was, at the time, I'd somewhat injured my hand a little bit from just typing. Which is really fucking embarrassing, but it happened. So I was like, oh no, I might break my hand, but it might be worth it. We've got to bring this home, Geoff. We've got to give it a win. Don't want to lose on a technicality. Oh, you started well, but the spin on the breakdown wasn't enough. We needed more circus boy dance, right? So, and then part of my brain, that I don't know where it's gone. Bearing in mind I haven't had a drink yet either. I go, fuck it, do a backflip. I've never done a backflip in my life. I never wanted to try either, because that seems risky even if you're like a small child, let alone being fucking 35 with fuck knows how many years of diet starts Monday come piling down on your neck, believing they're winning the Stephen Hawking lookalike competition by the end of the evening. So I was like, right, we're going to have to commit to the diving worm. And long story short, it went really fucking well. I was like, I thought I was going to win a holiday or something like that. Being falsely advertised. So what I had won, for risk of breaking my own hand, was a piss-warm bottle of footballs coming home beer and pint glass. In March. Someone picked it up from a bargain bin. It had a tear in the box, which means someone got it for Christmas and went, actually no. Well, I'm pretending to open it in front of their nan going, But it's cool though, like, hang around with nice people now, not fucking weirdos. Although weirdos do find me. They do find me everywhere I go. Can't help myself, I don't know what it is. They find me. Like, I was in a queue for a bank not so long ago, right? And I was just there, I was like, this all seems fine. And then some guy turns up in a heavy sweat in the summer with all his banking stuff in a bag. So like, here he is. Here's the village idiot. I was like, I could almost count down to it. Like 3, 2, 1. I walked here. Hello, mate. That's awesome. Where'd you walk from? I walked from 10 miles away. I walked further. Oh, I can tell. You're an athlete. Let's write this down and make a fucking book, shall we? Because this is too exciting to not tell other people. These are the sort of people I used to hang out with in the pub, but you'd be drunk, so you'd find it really fucking interesting. 10 miles? Wow. You've not walked further, have you? Fuck me, get me a drink, come on. Let's do this. I've got a wedding in about a year's time. Do you want to be a best man? Hey. Just at the wedding, I'm sorry, I just talked to him in the pub. That's why I don't go to the pub anymore. Stay home, safer. But yeah, he's not going to be my best man. But there's the sort of people I used to talk to. Like, a lot of people with conspiracy theories, which I quite enjoyed. None of this boring stuff like, oh, the Earth's flat, entry level, to the depths that these fucking idiots went to. It's like, there was one guy who was saying about, oh, you know Pompeii? I was like, what? I had to cast my mind back to school now. Right, goes, do you reckon that's fake? Fuck it, why not? So, no, think about it, man. It's in the middle of nowhere, right? So probably want to get tourist numbers up. So just put some like statues out and that. It's a good point, actually. Once you've had a few drinks, you're sort of like, I can see this fella's point. If I was in the bank again, it'd be like, shut up, you idiot. But now I'm like, he has a point. Why would they survive in this form and not just be on the floor burning? Who starts burning and then just stays there? Run! Get under the stairs. All the stairs survived. Get under them. Go, oh shit, this is a bad day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't talk to them anymore. But no, there's quite interesting ones. Like, I thought of one myself, right? Because I've been up too long. Because it's part of my self-sabotage in life. I like to have something to go on. We've all got a little self-sabotage, and mine is to not get enough sleep. I'll make bargains with myself. I'll be like, I only need 5 hours sleep. I'll watch another episode of The Kardashians, that'll be fine. I love The Kardashians. It's a brilliant programme. I prefer the earlier stuff. That was better, wasn't it? And there was the dad in it. He was good, wasn't he? He was my favourite character. He's just in a house of... Get this right? He's got 6 women in his house, right? And he's there trying to get a word in edgeways. I go, well, what I think is that right, and carry on talking, right? And then one day, this is where they should have ended it, he became a woman, for real. Was like, he got me now! We're all friends here, right? But yeah, conspiracy theory. I watched something on the moon landing, which was pretty exciting. Right, so I watched it, and it all seemed above board, right? It was very exciting. It was like a rocket took off, bits came off, and then they caught them, and then they got to the moon, they landed a thing, but another one kept going, they picked them up later. It wasn't my mum driving, that's for sure. Like, I'm outside the pub you've driven past 3 times already. Where are you? Can't see you. Fucking waving in the road now. So it wasn't her. But anyway. So yeah, right, they do all this science and stuff, and it's all very clever, and they've worked it all out, and then they get back, and they've got to land back on Earth. I don't know what B squad they had in for this. There was no more rockets anymore. No, let's land it like a plane. They just dropped this thing into the ocean and got some of Gladys's old linens to slow it down. That's what they come up with. I could have come up with something better than that. Also, how do they find that and not an aeroplane that goes missing? I've lost all of you. It's always fun when people walk out and it's like, no one here. Lost 2. These numbers are depleting quickly. Shit. Stop talking about the moon. No one gives a fuck. So yeah, we'll talk about. So I'll do questions at the end as well if you want. I mean, there's normally not any questions. So like, what? But yeah, basically, looking forward to getting married. It's going to be fun. My life has turned around. It's lovely. I live in a nice suburban area. It's similar to where I lived before. People are still walking their dogs outside, but this time they've not been heavily beaten, and that's the difference. And it's quite nice. So, I mean, I do say hello to everyone as well. In fact, the more shady they look, the more I say hello to them. Because I've watched far too many murder documentaries to not know that it's always the creepy fucker that doesn't talk to anyone that ends up killing everybody. So I figure I'll make friends with them and I'm safe. But if he turns the gun on himself and it looks like my fault now, because like everyone's dead, including him, I'm like, it was him, though. Shit. I don't think I'd fare well in prison, you know what I mean? Doesn't look like any fun, does it? I mean, I watch a prison documentary and go, ooh, interesting. But realistically, I don't want to go there. Seems horrible, seems boring. I don't think it's for anyone. But there's probably one person a year that goes there and goes, this is the sex I was looking for. So that's the reason, isn't it? There's always one. This is fun. It's very warm up here. Is anyone else warm? I had to put on sun lotion because that lamp seemed fucking hot. I'm just that guy. I just burn way too easily. Like, it's embarrassing. I just be at someone's garden party. I'll be like, someone's having a barbecue. Oh shit! Help! Forgot to stand in the shade. Oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, I go on these holidays, but I do stay in the shade. We'll go to Amsterdam where the sun hasn't been out for 50 years. That's generally how I roll. Any questions before I carry on? No, good. See, I told you. Oh, go on.
Can you do the Carlton dance?
I think so. You put a lot of pressure on me. Be a good way to end the show. But I mean, there's almost 3 minutes left. I haven't got the music, have I? And let's face it, internet is not going to work down here, is it? This would be a good beginning to a horror movie, wouldn't it? Everyone's all like down here like, ah! So the fucking guy from the bank comes in here and like, oh no! I'm like, hey man, he's like, oh, I've got a chainsaw! And everyone's just going, call the police! I mean, you go upstairs, probably. Or try your best to die standing up so we can have a tourist attraction later on in life. That'd be the best thing. But yeah, you can't just stand. I don't want to do it because I've not got the music. I'll do it at my wedding and we'll film it. So I'll be like, get the defibrillator out. I do want to get in shape for the wedding, not round, but like, have a shape. Yeah, that's kind of why I joined the gym, but like, there was one personal trainer that turned up and he was sort of like, so what are you hoping to achieve? And I said, I'm going to rip C, man. And he walked away. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm your number one customer, delusional and overweight. Get back here. I just want to be that guy. I want to have distracting abs. So I can stand like, on stuff like that in the gym. Well, just between sets, guys. Just wearing shorts. Fake cock hanging out. Just between sets right now. Just when people are talking to me, just start doing like chin-ups in the doorway. I got a year to achieve this. Because I don't want, the reason is, right, there's nothing wrong with how I look now. Thank you. But, like, your wedding photos, they're the best photos you're going to have of yourself. And I don't want that in my mum's house. Like, because she'll put that bullshit above the piano. It'll just be there for all eternity, just me with a red face like buttons just making the photographer nervous, like, ping, 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 wait, get down! And yeah, I don't want that shit on the piano because I don't want there to be a reason I'm glad she's passed away, you know what I mean? Because that'll be your first thought in your head, you'll be like, oh, that's a shame. Ooh, get the photo down. We'll burn that immediately. No, that'd be cool. Just all ripped up for the wedding, and then just completely let myself go. Because I'm going to end up with a house full of girls. That's what's going to happen. Because that's what I fucking deserve. Just be and then I'll turn into a woman when I'm 70. And be like, I'm on the cover of Vogue. Frame that in your fucking office. So yeah, I'll do that. I don't know how to be a parent. I don't think anyone does. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. Because my parents fucking rolled the dice and just stayed out of the way. Dad, can you help? Shut up, he's coming. Here's my impression of my friends calling my house. Oh, is Geoff in? Dunno. Geoff! Probably not. I'm outside fucking around in a tree. He's like, fool you bastard, fool. You'll sell your stuff and make a fortune. Yeah, I don't know how I do, because I don't think I'll be... Oh, look at that. Thumbs up. I am breaking into an embarrassing sweat already now. So I moved and stuff. It was embarrassing. Any questions before we go? No? Excellent. Well, that was a show. They've got another one in a second. But how I'm going to end this though, I just want to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all very much for coming out. It means the fucking world to me that you come out. And thanks very much for being part of my first solo stand-up show ever. Thank you very much. No, cheers.